Hello and welcome to the Climbing Daily Friday Gear Show. On today's show we've got an exclusive interview with Chris Sharma. He was at the Tenaya booth for Outdoor 2019 in Munich talking about the new Mastiha shoe. Now don't worry, we don't just talk about shoes, we cover life, climbing, kids. Just watch the interview. So I am at the Tenaya booth with Chris Sharma. Chris, thank you for your time. I know you're super busy.
Man. I'm happy to spend some time together. So, yeah, it's good to see you.
You're fairly new to Tenaya. You've been with other companies for a long time. Tell me about your experiences with Tenaya and how it's been developing whilst you've been with them.
Yeah, well, I think I've been with Tenaya for about a year now, and it's been a really cool new evolution in my career and my climbing actually as well. I've been really happy with the shoes. Just the combination of like comfort, precision, they're very light. But yeah, I would say like some of the routes that I've been trying, for example, in Cova that have really small footholds, I've been amazed by how precise they are, and also very comfortable as well. My go-to shoes the last year have been the Awasi and the Iati. Also climbing in the Mundaka quite a bit, but I'm very excited about the new model in the line, the Mastia, and just definitely taking everything up a notch with the molded heel, just the really nice materials. It's a new last, a little bit wider, and yeah, all in all, I'm super happy with the shoes and the brand. So yeah, it's been a cool new evolution for me.
With the Mastia, I've tested the other shoes a little bit myself, but where do you think this falls into the rest of the line? And where do you think you're going to go, you know what, I'm going to bring this shoe with me this time?
I mean, from what I can see, like it's, in general, just a progression for the line in general. So, I mean, I would say this heel, the toe box, it seems like a very versatile shoe. I can imagine that this will become my go-to shoe for almost everything.
Can I talk to you about your projects? Because it's cool to hear about the shoes, but also it's just great to hear what you've been up to. So what have you got in the back of your mind? What project has been bugging you at the moment?
So, this whole year it's been an interesting moment in my life. I had my second child, my son Julian was born last September. And we're also opening our second climbing gym in Madrid. So it's a lot of new things, stepping out of my comfort zone, and yeah, just learning how to like balance family, work, and climbing. And for me, like climbing is like the foundation for my life. It's like makes me who I am. It makes me happy, and like I need that in order to be able to, be a good father, a good husband. Also to be able to like be present in our business as well. Like for me, it's like so important to maintain my identity as a climber. I never want to let go of that, and at the same time it's a challenge to figure out how it all fits together. So it's a process of juggling everything, and at the same time like I felt like this year was like, look, I'm just not going to put more pressure on myself than I already have, and my main goal was just to try to stay in shape, like not worry about sending projects or anything. Like the main project was just like keep my shit together, you know what I mean? And like not like get out of shape, because it's so easy like having kids, like, you just have no time, you're never sleeping. And one of the interesting things about that is, I've climbed a lot in our gym in Barcelona, and I have this awesome place to climb in Cova It's about 40 minutes from Barcelona. And kind of just simplifying everything, as and it was very easy for me to like find a few hours, a few times a week that I could get out of the city and go climb. And whereas in the past it's been very hard to focus, because you have like in Catalonia you have so many amazing places to climb, and you get so spread so thin so fast. I kind of didn't have that luxury this year, and it forced me to kind of just stay in one spot and try like one route. And I didn't climb it, but one of the really cool things about that whole process was this climb that I've been working on, and we'll release a film in the next week or so about that climb. It's a project just to the left of Bon Combat, and initially it felt like way beyond my limits. But it was just kind of a place to go, like clear my head, go like pull on some small holds, and like it was like going bouldering on a rope. And yeah, through this whole season, going back on it over and over again, actually had quite a few breakthroughs and realized that I'm capable of it. And so yeah, it's been interesting to find a way to kind of like take a situation that could be very not conducive to climbing hard, and actually find a path through that, and continue to my kind of like my path as a climber amidst all these other things going on in my life.
It's interesting hearing you talk about fatherhood, because I've got friends of mine who have a baby and I've never seen them at the climbing wall ever again. But you seem to almost have been refocused with that. Have you found that? Does it give you an extra impetus when you go to the crag, just to think, I've got a couple of hours, I'm fully on this now?
Yeah, 100%. So like, I compare my life to when I was living in, the heart of all the hard climbing in Catalonia. And I still have my house there. I go there whenever I can, but it's like the dream spot. You wake up, you see limestone walls everywhere you look. And the funny thing is like, you're like, but it's a little bit hot today, or it's a little bit humid. And you're just always kind of like, you don't appreciate it because you have it all the time. And even when I go climbing, sometimes I see friends of mine that are like, they're like on a month-long trip, and they're like stressing out because they have like their humidity gauge. And they're like, no, it's like 65% humidity. And they're like, for me, I'm just like, whatever, man. Like, we're here. It's a beautiful day. Let's go climb. Like, I don't even care. Like, I'm just psyched to be out here, to move on the rock. And when you don't have that much free time, it makes you appreciate every second that, you get out on the rock. And so it's interesting, how that's affected my climbing. And I think, I've been climbing for over 25 years, and it's interesting how our relationship with climbing evolves as we, evolve in our lives. And it's normal that things go, you go in waves and up and down. You can never be like 100% at your top level, but I think it's a cool thing how climbing has been this activity that's accompanied me on all these different changes in my life, and it's kind of one of the main. It is the main constant in everything that I've done my whole life, pretty much.
Well, Chris, it is always a pleasure to hear you talk about climbing. I just love how you just embody everything I love about climbing, so thank you so much.
My pleasure, man.
It's exciting to see you at Tenaya, excited to try the new shoe, and good luck with everything, man.
All the best to you too, man. Take care.
That Tenaya shoe will be in stock soon at the EpicTV shop, so make sure you check back regularly if you want to get your hands on it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.